show how much you mean to me. And I guess it's just the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. You're all in the world to me. It feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. I have waited a lifetime, spend my time so foolishly, but now that I found you, together we'll make history. And I know it must be the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. You're all my eyes can see. And it feels like the first time, like it never did before. Feels like the first time, like we've opened up the door. Feels like the first time, like it never will again. Never again. Feels like the first time. It feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Feels like the first. Oh, it feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Won't you open up the door? Yeah. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. And it feels like the first time.
Next stop, Cleveland, Ohio.
Excuse me, how long until we get to Paris?
Ma'am, this train goes from New York to Chicago.
I'm sure this train is going to Paris, otherwise I wouldn't have boarded it.
Lady, there is no train from New York to Paris.
Well, I believe we are going to Paris.
Excuse me, did you say we're going to Paris?
No, we're going to Chicago.
But I believe we're going to Paris.
You believe we're going to Paris? I didn't pack for Paris.
Doesn't matter what she believes. Trust me.
She believes one thing and you believe another, but we're on the same train. You can't both be right.
Yeah, but she looks really sincere in what she believes, so we're gonna need passports.
And he's paid to believe what he believes.
Look, this has nothing to do with who believes what. This train is going to Chicago.
He's not very open-minded. We must be going to Paris.
You know, some say that there are many ways to get to heaven, but Jesus said he's the only way, and he left no middle ground. So do you believe him or reject him? Another message from Lifeline Productions, the comic strip of radio, at lifelinepro.com.